Hello, and welcome to this presentation on gray literature. I'm your HOD librarian, Jennifer Castle. To begin, what is gray literature? The Gray Literature Network defines it as information produced on all levels of government, academics, business, and industry in electronic and print formats not controlled by commercial publishing. For your Map the System and capstone projects, you will see or have seen images of icebergs as metaphors for digging into a subject beyond the surface level. This is also true of published literature. Yep, peer-reviewed journal articles are necessary for good research, but for many current topics like artificial intelligence, you will need to look beyond them into gray literature. Remember, a comprehensive literature review will have scholarly peer-reviewed articles, commercially published literature, and gray literature. Gray literature is informative, published informally, non-commercially, or remains unpublished. It is seldom peer-reviewed, but can be very valuable to your research if evaluated thoroughly. The image of the pyramid with tiers of gray literature examples shows how inherently trustworthy various sources are. At the bottom of the pyramid are blogs, presentations, videos, emails, and tweets. Yes, even posts on X or videos on YouTube might offer insights into a subject like artificial intelligence. An example might be an X thread with posts from Daphne Koller, who is the co-founder of Coursera, and she's also a computer scientist and a professor at Stanford University, and her research interests are about AI and its applications in biomedical sciences. She would be a good source. Moving up the pyramid, the next tier includes annual reports, news articles, and websites. A recent article published by the New York Times or the Wall Street Journal may provide timely information and primary source material. A company policy or statement on AI usage may be relevant to your research. The next tier includes books and chapters, white papers, dissertations and theses, and government information. For example, you might find census statistics or federal policies necessary to support your research. And at the top of the pyramid is white literature. Please keep in mind that not every document found in scholarly journals is peer-reviewed or white literature. Many journals publish book reviews, letters to the editor, editorials, event notifications, etc. All of that is actually gray literature. Some things to keep in mind about gray literature are that it can provide more local information or alternative perspectives. However, it can be more challenging to find. It can also be much more current than formally published research literature because the peer review process does take time. Additionally, the quality can vary wildly. So who creates or publishes gray literature? Well, governments, industry or professional groups. So for example, the American Library Association, or the Association of Finance Professionals, or the Professional and Technical Consultants Association. Think tanks like Amnesty International or the Institute for Women's Policy Research, scholarly associations like the Appalachian Studies Association or the Latin American Studies Center, and for-profits such as Apple, Google, and Sephora. Clinical trials, conference papers, statistics, and technical documents are some examples of gray literature not controlled by commercial publishers. Emails, interviews, lecture notes, meeting minutes, and even personal memoirs, including oral histories, are examples of informally published or unpublished materials. Verifying information posted on blogs, forums, message boards, and social media can be difficult or impossible. However, if a software engineer provides their perspective on the industry in a Reddit post with sources and links to back up their statements, it might be worth taking the time to verify their claims. Here are a few databases that house strictly gray literature, like the National Technical Information Service or Open Door. and databases dedicated to clinical trials like science.gov and the World Health Organization. Theses and dissertation databases like arXiv and OSF preprints. Vanderbilt also has an institutional repository for graduate research, and it's linked at the bottom of the slide here. Also, there are databases behind paywalls that also have gray literature, like Web of Science, ProQuest, and Scopus. All the databases listed here can be accessed through the library's website on the Databases A to Z page. When searching in either a database or Google, you may want to consider including some of the following search terms and syntaxes. You may also want to keep a list of synonyms for every theme or idea in your research. For example, unpublished, or synonyms sort of like thesis, dissertation, or doctorate, or other synonyms like conference or seminar, symposium, or workshop. Additionally, you can search Google for only government, education, or organization websites. For example, if you were to type site:/.gov, make sure it's all lowercase, then a subject-related term like artificial intelligence, Google would only yield government websites that discuss AI. The same is true for file types. If you were to search file type:/PDF and then banned books, Google will yield only results with PDF files about banned books. Here, let me show you. Here, I've searched for government websites that reference artificial intelligence. Notice I've put artificial intelligence in quotation marks, so the search engine will look for that exact phrase. And see, all of the results are government sites. And here, I've searched for PDFs that reference banned books. Again, I've put banned books in quotations, and every result is a PDF. It's important to evaluate that all sources are consistent with the principles of evidence-based practice. As gray literature is not peer-reviewed, it is especially important for you to look at it with a critical eye before using it. The ACODS checklist is a simple framework for evaluating the quality and trustworthiness of gray literature. As gray lit varies in its content, scope, and organization, this checklist is broad and widely applicable to different information sources. Lateral reading is a technique for evaluating the credibility of information online. Rather than focusing solely on a website's content, it's suggested that readers open new tabs to research the source, author, and claims made. By gathering information from multiple reliable sources, readers can cross-check facts, uncover potential biases, and make informed judgments about the trustworthiness of the original content. Lateral reading helps combat misinformation and helps develop critical thinking skills in the digital age. In the course of your research, you will come across many authors. Most databases will have the option to look at an author and their publications. This example here is Dana Madigan. You can look her up using Web of Science or Google Scholar, though Web of Science is more accurate. According to Google Scholar, she's been cited 56 times, which indicates other researchers believe in the veracity of her work. Again, you can look up an author or scholar or their publications in the Web of Science database, which can be found under the library databases A to Z page to verify their research. In conclusion, gray literature is an important and often overlooked source of information that can provide valuable insights and perspectives not found in traditional published sources. While it may lack the formal peer review process of academic publications, it can offer timely, relevant, and practical knowledge on a wide range of topics. As researchers, it is crucial that we continue to identify, access, and effectively utilize gray literature to enhance our understanding and decision-making. By incorporating gray literature into our research and knowledge synthesis, we can gain a more comprehensive and holistic view of the subject matter. Thank you for all your attention today. I encourage you to explore the resources and strategies discussed for accessing and evaluating gray literature in your own work. Please don't hesitate to reach out if you have any further questions. You can scan the QR code you see here, which will take you to my calendar where you can set up a one-on-one appointment with me, or feel free to email me at jennifer.castle@vanderbilt.edu. Also, my office is located on the 3rd floor of the library, room 301, so if you're in the building, please feel free to drop by. Take care, and I wish you great success in your studies.